Great. Starting from this section, we're going to start learn real ethical hacking skills. And we're going to follow the methodology that has been explained in the introduction section. Now, the first phase of ethical hacking will be footprinting or reconnaissance, where we will collect information about our target. But before starting our process and showing you the proper way for footprinting and reconnaissance and how much information we can get about our targets, let's agree on something. Ethical hacking is a very critical task, and the skills that you're going to learn during this course are very critical skills. So you should not utilize those skills on a real environment unless you have an approval. This is quite important. This is not a joke. You will get yourself into problems, legal problems. So while we are learning, test those skills on a simulation environment. We build a lab, very functional lab with different operating systems, so you can try different attack on this lab. If you need to test attacks on a website, I will share with you many testing websites that has been created for this purpose. So my point is, during this training, do not use those skills on a real environment or on a production environment unless you have an approval for that. So you have a testing environment, you can try any attack in any way in a testing environment without causing problem to anyone or get yourself into any legal problems. So let's start. The first phase of ethical hacking, as I just mentioned, is footprinting. And footprinting, it's to gather information from public records. This is quite important, and actually this is the only phase where you don't need to get an approval for, because whatever information you're going to gather, it will be from different websites, and you're going to see how deep you can get and how what kind of information you can get just by going through the internet and searching for information about your target. Now, the type of information that you are looking for depend on the target. So if our scope is to hack a network, you're going to need different information than if you need to hack a website or if you need to hack a wireless network and so on. So what is the objective of footprinting? It's first, we need to get information about our target. As much information, we need to see how much information is exposed. And sometimes, due to the amount of information that is available online, sometimes you recommend to the customer or the management that you are doing ethical hacking for to have a non-disclosure agreement signed by the employee, because people are sharing too much information, and you're going to see that yourself in a few minutes. So sometimes you need to make people aware that the information that they are sharing may harm the company, and ethical hacking can utilize that. It also allow you to reduce the focus area. You want to do an ethical hacking for a company, you have many areas to start with. From where should I start? Should it be from their website? Should it be from the network? Should I focus on people, try to manipulate them and send them email with link? Once they click on the link, they let me in. They will give you idea from where should you start your attack. It will also help you to identify the vulnerability. And if you remember from the previous section, vulnerability means a weakness. So I can know their weakness from the footprinting. And finally, I can draw a network topology. I can have an idea how the network look like. So footprinting, as you're going to see, will allow you to gather a lot of information from public records. Those are available for anyone. And you can identify how much information are available about this company to a malicious hacker. And he can utilize that to hack to the company easily. So what exactly we are looking for? What will be the checklist? What information we're going to look for? We're going to use different tools and websites to get the following. First, I need to get information about the network. So for instance, if we are checking or our scope is a website, I need to know information about the domain. And I'm going to tell you why this information is useful. I need to get information about the internal domain name, about the network block, IP addresses, TCP and UDP. We need to get technical information, access control list, and so on. Not necessarily that you're going to find all this information, but this is some of the information that you may use during the ethical hacking process. And by the way, you're going to see how we will relate things together. I mean, whatever you're going to get from the footprinting, then from the scanning and enumeration, later on, we're going to see how we will utilize those information to do a successful attack on our target. So bear with me, and whatever information we are gathering right now or in the upcoming section, later on during the hacking part, you're going to see how they can utilize this information. We're going to need information about the system information. Things like username, groups, SNMP information, simple network management protocol. I'm not expecting you to be a network expert right now. So if anything is not that clear right now, while we are gathering this information, I'll give you a brief about it. So don't worry if some of those terminology you are not aware of. We're going to explain everything. And again, while footprinting, it's not like you have to get all this information. I'm just showing you examples. I need to get information about the company website, company address, the employee details, employee emails. Emails will be very, very useful, and I'm going to show you how to collect information about or emails about all the employees that work in this organization. So this is a small example about the information that you may look for. Those are passive information. Passive means you don't need to connect to the target, or you don't need to communicate or technically scan or any interaction with the victim right now. Those are available online, and I will show you the amount of information that you can get just by searching online and getting the right searching skills. So let's see how to do that.